Hey everyone, this is Stephen Hooley here, creator of the IML Web Analyzer, and today I just want to go through a short video on an overview of the Web Analyzer and how it can make your trading a lot easier. Now, you could be new, and this is definitely going to make it easier because when you're new, you don't really know where to enter in the market, you don't really know what to do. If you're experienced, then maybe you'll see why this is a powerful tool to have in your arsenal. So the first thing you're going to notice is that you're going to notice the chart, right? Traditional Japanese candlesticks, you've got price levels on the right-hand side for as the candles move. For the newbies who don't really know what that means, this is your price data. They're time-based bars, so each candle on this time frame means 5 minutes of time has passed. So this is what price looked like within 5 minutes for each candle. Okay? And if I switch to the hourly time frame, then, and that's right here, then each one of these candles are an hour to form. Okay? And you can go all the way down to the minute, and you can go all the way up to the month. Okay? You can see the asset we're trading, or shown here, is Euro USD, along with the time frame and extra information. To the left, you'll notice we have some charting tools. Now, we use TradingView's amazing charting API. They let you use widgets, a charting platform for free. They even have some paid solutions. They're absolutely amazing. We love them. TradingView is fantastic. Their charting platform is pretty much second to none. And as you can see, we can do a lot with it, right? We can add text. We can mark all sorts of things. We can even do harmonic patterns. You can do pitchforks and Fibonacci's. If you don't know what these things are, that's okay. Don't let it overwhelm you. You're going to learn in time what these things are. And in fact, most of this stuff isn't really used with the Web Analyzer. There's a couple of strategies on pitchforks and a couple of strategies with Fibonacci retracements. But most of this other stuff isn't really going to apply. It's just there for your use if and when you choose to learn about it. You'll also notice we have tools right here like long and short position. A lot of users like to use this to try and gauge a buy or a sell. So long would be a buy position and a short would be a sell position, right? So I could use this to calculate the amount of pips, my stop loss, my target, etc. Calculate everything I need to calculate on a trade for a potential trade, right? And you can see the different risk to reward ratios and the amount of pips and everything. These are numbers that you could potentially plug into your MetaTrader 4. Because one thing about the Web Analyzer is you won't actually place trades on the Web Analyzer. You see, iMarketsLive is not a broker-dealer. You don't give any money to iMarketsLive. You would give that to a broker, which iMarketsLive has no affiliation with any broker. So you get to choose whichever broker you like. There's plenty of them out there for Forex. And then you'll place your trades on your MetaTrader 4, either on your desktop or on your phone. You can do both, either or. You can do them at the same time if you really wanted to. Okay, so you'll place your trades, numbers like this, on your MetaTrader 4. Now, not everyone uses this tool, just some people. That's just an example of a feature that you can use. Okay, you'll also notice you've got time down here, and this time is in UTC time. So the chart type is in UTC time, which actually correlates with our setups over here. Okay, so let's go through this quick information right here. It's just some quick details about the pair, right? So we have Euro USD right here, the bid and the ask. That's confusing for a lot of people. So you are welcome to Google the bid and the ask, but it's not entirely important for trading with the Web Analyzer. We've tried to make it easy for you. See the days range. This is also isn't really important. It is useful to have these headlines, although you might want to check something like forexfactory.com or check myfxbook.com for what we call red folder or high impact news. That is important for many of the strategies, which I'll go over what strategies mean and how to find them and everything. High impact news can be pretty important for many of our strategies, okay? So like I was saying, the chart's in UTC time, which corresponds with our setups over here. So these are your trading setups. They are unique because these are high probability entry points that we give you. It starts with the algorithm I've written for it starts with a base of volume, and then the rest is pretty proprietary. But just know everything is designed for you to get creative and build on top of that. And I'll talk about that in a minute. Let's go through the information in the setup, right? We have got a potential buy on Euro GBP on the 5-minute time frame. Now, if I click this, it will actually open up the chart over here. Pretty nifty feature, right? Pretty useful. You can see it's called at the price, what price level it was called at, okay? We can see what time it was called. So if we match up UTC time to the chart, we can actually see that this was called at 2200, almost on the dot, right? So we'd go over here, 2200, somewhere in this candle. We'd go to 88,905. 88,905. So down here, the very base of this candle, okay? Now keep in mind, sometimes there's a little tiny bit of difference because the algorithm setups don't take into account of the spread, which the chart data can. Also, the data for the chart is OANDA. The data for the setups is JAFX, okay? So what that means is that you've got two different pieces of data which are very close to each other, but sometimes you might notice that the call is just a pip or two off, and a pip for a non-JPY based pair. So this is a non-JPY based pair. A pip would be 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers to the decimal. Okay, so when I say it's a couple of pips off sometimes, it's not here. When I say it's a couple of pips off sometimes, just understand that that's normal and it's not something we can beat because Forex is not centralized. Okay, it's not like stocks where there's centralized data, centralized trading exchanges, etc. There's multiple Forex exchanges around the world, multiple banks, prime banks, etc., deciding all sorts of different things, and they all kind of mesh together. So, well, that's not super important, especially for you new people to worry about so much as the trading strategies, which I'll go over soon. I just want you to have that information for you to look back on and take notes on, okay? So like I was saying, we found the call right at the base of this candle, okay? You can see that this actually went pretty well into profit, had a small retracement, went into profit again. So depending on what kind of take profit you might want to use, you could have gotten, you know, let's see, we made it all the way up to 8896. So we actually made it up about 6 pips, okay? And a lot of our strategies will go for about anywhere 3 to 6 to 10 pips in a take profit. If you don't know what a take profit is, that's basically my target. I'm saying in for example, a buy right here, I'm saying my target's right at 5 pips, right? So right in here, when my target is reached, which is the price level, once my price level is reached, take me out of the trade, take my winnings, I'm done, right? And on the inverse, if price were to dip so far down, okay, to say a 10 pip stop loss or a 15 pip stop loss or however many 5 pip stop loss, however much you set for your stop loss, that's going to depend on the strategy, which I'll teach you about in a minute. If it reaches my stop loss, take me out of the trade, cut my losses. I don't want to be in this trade anymore because I don't think it's good, right? So that's how that works. So keep in mind the call that price is just a reference point. You don't have to necessarily enter in at that price. The strategies will teach you how to enter, where to enter, what to look for, etc. And I'll teach you about the strategies in just a moment. Okay. Last 2 things I want you to notice before we go over strategies is that you can see the time passed, which is 53 minutes since the last call, and the local time. So that's your UTC time translated to your local time, which is actually going to go off of your computer and your browser. So if your computer and browser have the right time, you should see the right time there for local. The other note that I haven't touched on yet is the stop loss and take profit. So we talked about what is a target and what is a stop loss, right? What is a take profit? What is a stop loss? So if we click this, how you get the numbers that you're going to punch into your trading application is going to be based off of a strategy. Because you see, the web analyzer gives high probability entry points, like I said earlier. They don't give the stop loss and take profit, which I also mentioned earlier. Your stop loss, take profit, when to exit, when to enter, everything. The time of day to trade, the timing of your trade, what you need to look at, how you can gauge your confidence of the trade, etc. It's all determined by the unique strategies. Now the strategies, I've developed a few, and then we have plenty of software users, thousands in fact, who have developed or who use the software, and some of those users have developed strategies that they've shared with everybody to use. So right here we have a playlist, which if you click this top left corner, you can see over 24 videos, and we add videos to this all the time. Why do we have so many different strategies? Well, it's a pretty good question that we get all the time. We have different strategies because different people have different risk appetites. Some people want to go, go, go. They're okay with risk. They're okay with seeing red numbers for a little bit. They're confident in themselves, or they're just used to quick, fast-paced things and risk doesn't scare them, right? So we have strategies for that. Some people are super conservative. They want to see as little red as possible. Okay, they don't want to see any negative numbers. They want to see as close to a perfect entry as you can get. They want to be conservative, take on as little risk as possible, etc. So we have strategies for that. And then we have strategies in between. And then we have different strategies that utilize different things, ranging from indicators, which I'll show you in a minute, to things you can mark up on the chart, and etc. So you can watch multiple different strategies here. I highly recommend going through all of them. We even have some multilingual videos of some strategies we've translated to different languages, okay? So that's here, and you can access that again by clicking right here, because the stop loss and take profit are the numbers that you need to enter into your MetaTrader 4 on your phone or your desktop, okay? Now, we've gone through the setups, right? Green means buy, red means sell, or you can read that here. Let's go over some of these features. Notice on the setups, you can actually filter the different time frames, okay? So on the M5 time frame, they're usually short moves, short little pullbacks, little scalps, which means little slices of the market, 3 to 5 pips, 3 to 6 pips, right? Or even intraday trades. The M15 is commonly more of a scalp, of a longer scalp to intraday trade. Sometimes the H1 trades can be a little bit of swing trades, which you might hold for many hours to a couple of days even, okay? So that's just kind of what to expect, but there have been short intraday trades on all three of these, okay? Your strategy is what's going to tell you what to look for, when to know how to enter, what to do, how to time the entry, and when to know when you should exit, and everything you should expect. So don't worry about that, okay? I just wanted to show you that you have this feature in case you decide you only want M15 calls, which some strategies are special for, right? Then we've got other features here too. Just going to quickly refresh this real quick. We've got other features like this new feature we're developing, which is the ability to send you messages within the application, like quick updates, announcements, maybe something to watch out for, etc. We've got our Education Center, which is actually where you find the strategies. You can scroll down and go through these educational videos for different helpful topics on how to use this software and different aspects of it. You also have a settings, okay? So the cool thing about the settings is when you watch a strategy video, you're going to want to apply a strategy template. Most of these strategy videos come with a set of indicators that you need to watch. And let me show you what an indicator is in just a second. Keep in mind, if you're on a mobile phone, you need to click this button for it to save. There's a weird little glitch on mobile phones. It's not something we can control. It's a browser thing. So just make sure you click that. If you want to turn the cha-ching off, which happens every time you get a new trade will pop up here and you'll hear a cha-ching. You can turn it off here. If you want to make the web analyzer black, you can actually turn that on here. And then last, if you have a specific language that you want all this chart information to be in, you can do that here. And again, just make sure you click that if you're on the mobile phone. When you're all done, click Save Settings and Reload. This is actually going to save everything and reload. We've got this super sweet, sick, amazingly beautiful black skin right here, right? It's beautiful. But notice we've got these indicators. So these are what we call indicators. We've got the RSI, the stochastic, and the MACD. And I'm not going to explain exactly what these indicators do or anything like that for the sake of time, but just know that the strategy videos, which I said you can find here or in this education center, right? You'll be told in the strategy videos what to look at in each one of these indicators, what everything needs to look like in order for you to enter your trade and then what to do when you want to exit, okay? Timing of trades can be very important, so a good strategy is really important. We've got plenty of good strategies, okay? So we've also got alerts. So you get alerts by a cha-ching on the computer when you have this program open. But let's say you're on the go. You're a busy mom, or you're a busy dad, or you're a busy person. You know, you just want alerts to your phone. So we actually send push notifications through Telegram channel. If you click this button, you'll actually open up our Telegram channel, okay? And you'll be able to join this free, and it will automatically push alerts. One quick quirk that you might want to be aware of is that if your phone gets automatically put into battery mode, a lot of the time you won't receive push notifications, in which case you just need to be aware that nothing's broken. You just don't always get push notifications when your phone's going to battery mode. And that applies to Android and Apple smartphones, just so you know. And then some people don't want to use this chart because, you know, one of the quirks of this software, I'll just be upfront and honest with you, most people don't mark up their charts, but for those who do, if you refresh the page or switch to another pair, you actually lose the markup. So we were on this pair. See, the markup's not there anymore. So some people love to mark up their charts, and for those who do, you can actually minimize the chart, and then if you wanted to place your MetaTrader 4 right here, or a TradingView.com account, which is a phenomenal free charting platform, okay, you could place that right here, save your charts, have them up all the time, and just use the web analyzer calls on your favorite charting platform, whatever you choose. And then if you wanted to bring everything back, you know, the whole chart and everything, you could just click this, and you're good to go, okay? So that's that feature. And then some people want to use this charting platform in the web analyzer, but they want to pop it out. So you could go here, pop this out, and leave this up for however many hours or days, right? And go to a different pair, come here, and pop this out as well. And some people like to analyze this way. The nice thing is this button will save all your indicators and everything. So you've got everything that matches your strategy, everything you need to check for, etc. Pretty nifty feature, okay? Keep in mind there is a little bug currently that we're working on where if you type in a new pair here, let's say USD JPY or whatever, and you click this, it's actually going to double your indicators, okay? It's a little bug we can't control at the moment. It's a TradingView thing, so you can get rid of that usually by just clicking refresh or deleting the indicators, okay? So a quick refresh or deleting the indicators, either way. We'll work on this in the future, but most people they don't even use this. Most people just click on the different pairs because this is really what you're looking at, right? If you wanted to do some more in-depth analysis, you could use your MetaTrader 4 or something like that. So the last thing is you've got a little chat right here, okay? You've got plenty of users in here. They talk all day. You know, we've got a couple of rules. You can read those here. But this is nice because you have this little community that you can talk with and people sit in there and help, etc., right? We also have facebook.com/groups/IML Web Analyzer. So if you're watching this video and you're not already in that group, I highly recommend it. You can come post your success in there, which plenty of people do. You can come post your questions, etc. Lots of